Hey guys, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I'm doing a gift request and I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to these gift requests and regular requests for that matter. The gift requests tend to be more independent artists, not always, but sometimes they're old timers. It's just sort of like a different sort of channel in that regard where it's lesser known. It's definitely non-pop country music. Elliott Parks, The Soldier and the Oak. A title like that, I don't even know. But it was requested by Eric Dean. So Eric, shout out to you, my friend. I'm wearing the Canada hat because Logan Ryan was from Canada, and I only found that out after I did. I think I only found it out during editing that he was from Canada because I don't do research beforehand. And so now I'm wearing this just in the event that Elliott's from Canada. So, all right, let's see what we've got. I'm really curious. The Soldier and the Oak. I always try to figure out, get a handle on what I might be in for. And with a title like that, honestly, it could go in so many directions.
This is a story that began long, long ago. I was a young oak tree in dark Missouri soil. And like all other saplings, I had dreams of growing strong and tall.
Is this a metaphor?
But one day a rebel with a bullet in his chest hung his rifle on my limbs and laid to rest. And there beside me, as the blood soaked to my roots, the soldier sang a song of grace.
This is really pretty. This composition.
The heavy rifle bowed me over to the ground. 2 years I stayed this way until the rifle fell. And in this manner for 100 years I grew, and all my dreams not meant to be. And then one day 2 men came with a crosscut saw. They spoke of how my arch would hold a weight so strong. And I feared not the blade for such a worthy cause, and so I fell. I gladly fell.
This has a church feel.
3 winter days aboard a northbound train, 3 more beneath the heward's careful blade. And while he worked, he praised my rich red grain. Perhaps it was the soldier's blood that day.
Oh.
Now I'm the wooden arch that holds a mighty bell. 3
Church
stocks
bell?
before me cracked, but I shall never fail. Up in a tall cathedral, high above my dreams of long ago. And on Sunday mornings when I hear that sweet refrain, I see the soldier's face like it was yesterday. Calling angels down from heaven with that hymn he softly sang of God's good grace.
The soldier and the tree both had God's grace in this story. Oh, that was like poetry set to music. The telling of it, his voice was like a talking, singy type voice. Like Johnny Cash has that. Willie has that too, where They talk, sing a little bit. Paul Simon has that. That's a style of singing. But what a way to tell a story. I mean, for 2 years, the soldier's rifle hung on the limbs and bent him over. And then he grew for what, the next 100 years? Then they cut him down. But I wonder if it being pulled over by the soldier's rifle gave it that arch as it grew. But that line about, I mean, as the woodworker was working on the wood and he was admiring the red grain in it, but the oak was like, I wonder if that was the soldier's blood. And you're like, oh Jesus, bring it on back to like, there's a man dead, a soldier dead in this story, but he sang when he was dying. He sang not Amazing Grace, but a song of God's grace. And then that is how the tree itself felt. This reminds me of like when you're in kindergarten, well, maybe not that young, but like first or second grade, elementary school, where the first introduction you get to creative writing, well, the first memorable one is when you like write about being a raindrop. What's it like being a raindrop? Then you have to put your mind inside something else and see what it's like from that thing's perspective. Not another person, but that thing's perspective. This was similar to that. It reminded me of that. But in this instance of creativity, it was a thing imparting personality almost to the man who died, the soldier who died, with the tree's reflections of what was taking place. But I mean, there are parallels here too, because the soldier got cut down in wars, life got cut short. The tree, same thing. The tree seemed to be happy though, to be giving its life for what it considered to be a worthy cause. But 3 days up north. Now that's an interesting detail though, because it was a rebel soldier that died, a Confederate soldier that died, but then the tree was shipped 100 years later. I guess that's symbolic of the country staying together and getting along at that time to a better extent than obviously during the Civil War, which always struck me as an odd term, Civil War. Maybe I have to look up the etymology of that phrase, because war is uncivil and necessary sometimes. But I mean, if Russia comes to the shores of the United States, we are going to war, and that's the way it's going to be. Sometimes it's necessary. Other times you're like, why? So, all right, man, that was a good one, Eric. That was intriguing. That was like artistry. That's not the type of stuff likely that you would hear on your morning or evening drive tour from work outside Nashville or a major city. It might be one that like a college radio station person knows at 2 a.m. But that's just the nature of the beast. People nowadays, they like their artistry in their music, but frequently it's, let's just get something that makes me feel good in the moment, and then I'll go to the next song. But this is a song of reflection, and that was a heck of a choice. I don't know how you found Elliott, Eric. Do you know him? Because didn't you say about Logan's that you were, no, I mean, there might have been someone else who was friends with the former guitarist in the band and such. No, that was Brock Zeman. So in any case, all right, I'm going to rate this one. Wow. The number that popped into my head was a 9.1. That was a very, very legitimate, creative effort. Elliott didn't try selling anything. It was almost, you got the sense this could have been done at a coffee shop with 10 or 12 people there just passing through, listening, and then going. I mean, it was very friendly, but it was a deep story. And that's a wonderful combination to pull off. So there you go. Eric, thank you for this, my friend. All right, and I know you were worried that this might not make the grade, but totally makes the grade. This was sort of like folk sing-songy type, singer-songwriter type stuff, and that's totally fine. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.